say to someone? Who is going to want to listen to me? What can I say? So you just need to follow along with everything here on the plan. Put the things into action. That's the key. You know, don't just be a person that gets trained and then, you know, closes the book and doesn't go into action. You put it into action, you're gonna have a lot of great things that will come your way. So like I said, regardless of where you are on the experience level, regardless of where you are on the PIN level, you are here, you're learning from the very best. And let me just repeat it one more time. You are here, okay? You are here. This is the North America Herbalife Extravaganza. This is our 40th year celebration. I'm telling you, write it down. I am here. I made it. I'm here. I'm taking the notes. I'm a part of this. You're a part of history. So before I get started here, I just want to say, and this is just, you know, no matter what level you're at, you may think, oh, well, some of this that Susan is saying is a little, you know, a little boring, or just, I already know all these things. Just please indulge me here, okay? So you all, I'm sure, know that our marketing plan has 6 areas of income. And before I say each one of them, I want to be super clear. Okay, super clear. Mark Hughes, the founder of our company, he had a saying: those that do the work get the pay. Those that do the work get the pay. And that is so important, because you're not going to get paid if you're not doing the work. So, you know, that's for everyone here. I'm sure so many of you feel like I felt the first time I heard that saying. When Mark said that, I thought, oh, I am such a hard worker. I am excited about hearing this, because I'm not afraid of hard work. Hard work is in my blood. I'm excited about that. Now I'm finally going to get paid for the hard work that I don't mind doing. So let's go back now. Let's go to talk about, you know, hard work, consistent work. This is what's going to make all of it happen. And, you know, I don't know if you guys know this, but, you know, I have worked every single year. I have worked every single month. I have worked just about every single week of my entire 37 plus years in Herbalife Nutrition. So, you know, there's, you know, you hear about these people in, you know, all over, you know, not necessarily our business, but in lots of businesses, you know, how they can't wait to retire. I can't wait to never retire. Okay, I love what I do. And if you are working hard and you love what you do, you're going to be just like me, where you work hard, you consistently do this, and it's not like a job. Okay, it's my life, it's my career, it's something that I absolutely fell in love with 37 years ago. It's never been like going to work. So let's talk about our areas of income. Okay, I'm going to get back onto my notes here. All right, we've got 6 areas of income. The first area is our retail profit. And where do we get that? We get it from our customers when we sell the products to our customers. The second area is wholesale profit that you get from your preferred members, and when they're ordering their personal product orders. The third area is wholesale profit that you get from the customer sales of your distributor team members that are developing into the supervisor position. The fourth area of income is royalty overrides. Okay, we talk a lot about royalties, especially here at the Extravaganza. It's exciting. But royalty override profit, it comes from the customer sales of your first, second, and third level distributor team members. Okay, and these are the people that are at the supervisor position. So that's where the royalties come from. The fifth level of income, fifth area for us, is the monthly production bonus from your distributor team members that are lesser tab team members than you. If they're at the same level, there's, you know, if you're at this percentage and I'm at this percentage, we're at the same percentage, there's no no additional income. But if we've got a difference in percentages, and if you look at the marketing plan, there's so many different levels that you can really work hard and achieve. You know, hard work, consistent work, hard work, consistent work, day in, day out. But, you know, have your goal and go to the next level, have your goal and go to the next level. But when there's a difference, then you get to earn the difference, okay, which is so amazing, okay? It's really incredible. And then, of course, our sixth area of income is the annual production bonus. And that is where when you are a president's team member and you help other people in your team, okay, to become president's team. And so the annual bonus comes from that. And so it's 6 different areas of income, but I want you to all just stop for a moment, stop taking notes. I want you to just stop and think, what have, you know, especially with all the times we've been in recently, you know, one of the things I found that people really enjoy, or at least really look forward to, is an amazing meal, okay? An amazing meal. So, I mean, what is the one thing I probably miss the most with this crazy coronavirus thing that we've all had to deal with, is being able to just go out and have an incredible meal at my favorite restaurants, okay? But in my mind, I have that thing in my mind. I might have to order and have it, you know, delivered, okay? But when I think about this meal, and when you think about the best meal you've ever had, okay, it just didn't come in a bag. It didn't come in a bag. It didn't come in a brown paper bag, okay? It came beautifully to you, and it came on different plates and different silverware and in different courses. I bet there was an appetizer course. I love appetizers because if you're eating a meal with a group of friends, you know, eating is social and it's a beautiful thing. And now all of a sudden, appetizers come and everyone's sharing them and it's incredible. Then what is next is the salad or the soup course, right? Or maybe one of each if you really have it in you, right? And then after that is the most fabulous entree that you've ever had. It might be the most beautiful fish prepared. And, you know, it's something you wouldn't be doing at your house, okay? Because this is the best meal you've ever eaten. And then, of course, at the end, after all of that, what is left is dessert, right? So now when you're thinking about this, and you're having the best meal of your life, would you just eat one course? Would you just have like the salad and say, gosh, that was incredible? Or would you just have a soup? Or would you just have like one piece of appetizer and say, my gosh, this is the best meal I've ever had in my life? No, I don't think so. I think not. Okay, it takes all of these different courses to make the best meal of your life. So what am I saying here? What I'm saying is this, is when you only take advantage of one or a couple of areas of the 6 areas of income from the marketing plan, it's like only eating a small part or eating a part of the best meal you've ever had. Would you do that? Are you kidding? Okay, listen, I hate to tell you this. I hate to tell you, but if you only eat one course of the best meal of your life and you leave the rest on the table, you're leaving it there for somebody else to take home. Don't do that, okay? Don't leave the marketing plan income areas on the table for somebody else to take home, okay? So I hope that, you know, when you think about this, I know that, you know, for some of y'all, you will be thinking, well, Susan's analogy is, you know, but you know what? You'll remember exactly what I said, okay? A month from now, 6 months from now, you'll remember about that meal. And you'll be thinking, man, I'm not going to leave any of this on the table for somebody else to take home. I'm taking it home. I'm taking it home. I'm taking it home to my bank account, to my family, okay? So I want to encourage you about that. Now, many people, not all, okay, but many people new people, and sometimes people that are just, they don't have a lot of confidence, okay? It comes to a confidence thing, okay? They take their profits just from one or two or just a couple of areas. For example, let's just say you had a nutrition club. You didn't have to have a big club, you just had a nutrition club. And you've got your customers coming in, you're making, not just your regular profit, you're making a really good profit, okay, with your nutrition club. And then some of them, they become preferred members. So, you're making your wholesale profit there. So you're making a couple of areas of the income. But I'm just going to tell you, don't leave it on the table. In order to take full advantage of the full income opportunity that our marketing plan, the Herbalife Nutrition company has, you need to do one other thing. You need to actively recruit, intentionally team build. You need to actively and intentionally. Now, actively means it's being in action. You're doing it. You're in action doing it. It's not like the action is not coming to you. You're creating the action. Okay, so we need to be clear. You're creating the action when you team build. And you've probably heard me say this at least 1,000 times. First line, first line, first line. And I mean, some of you might say, why does Susan Peterson always say first line, first line? Because recruiting first line is an action that you can control, okay? It's not about the weather. It's not about, gosh, do I have, my customers are thinking about becoming team members, or actively recruiting. And recruiting first line is something that you can control. You're the one that can make this happen, no one else. And success duplicates your current team. Your current team, it just may be you and your best friend, okay? But your current team, they see you doing it, and then what happens? They're gonna do it. It's just like being a parent, okay? If your kids see you doing good things and then they want to do what you're doing, okay? And so you want to have all these good habits, and you want to be doing this because success duplicates. You need to write that down. Success duplicates. And remember, if you aren't recruiting first line team members, I've got a question for you. How can you expect your downline team members to do that? It's wrong for you to expect somebody to do something you're not doing, okay? This is not a business of luck, okay? This is not a business of luck. This is a business of hard work and consistent work, and being in action, creating the action. Okay, not sitting back and waiting for the action to come to you. There has never been a better time, okay, to build new team members into your organization. That people everywhere, okay, people everywhere are looking for a great business opportunity with a proven track record, okay? They are looking for something that they can do around their family schedule without having to interrupt, change, or possibly jeopardize what they've already got going on. Everyone is looking for something to add additional income into their family right now. Everyone is looking for that. Okay, I can't stress it enough. This is so crazy because our business is something that someone can start on the most part-time of basis, already having another job if they're busy with that, busy with the family, busy with all kinds of things. They can start this part-time and they can learn how they need to be doing the business. You'll be helping them. You'll be helping them get their customers, teaching them exactly what you do and what you have done, how to get the customers. Plus, there's all the amazing e-learning from the company online. There's so much stuff, okay? Plus, there's tremendous conference calls and so on and so. Plus, there's all the stuff here from the extravaganza. Plus. Can I say plus? Okay, so There just has never been a time like this where technology is intermingling at the same, it's like intersecting, it's intermingling, it's all coming together, okay? Technology along with our proven track record of success, our company's proven track record, along with the fact that people are really looking for something to add additional income into their family's income. And when you just add it all up, it's amazing. Okay, so remember what I said, you are here. Listen, you are here, and you are here at the right time, okay? In my opinion, this is my opinion, but you know what? I'm just gonna say it because I believe it. We have the very best business opportunity in the entire world. I just don't know of another business opportunity that compares with what we have, what we offer, what we do, how we help people, help them with their business. We help them with their health, with our amazing products. I mean, when you add it up, wow, it is a huge wow. So it's your job to let the prospects know what we have. People are not going to come ring your doorbell and say, hey, I'm interested in what you have. It just doesn't work like that. You've got to get into action. You're going to learn all the stuff from these people that come right after me that are amazing. Take the best notes you've ever taken, because here's the thing, your job is to make sure you let the prospects, the people that have not joined with us yet, know about all the amazing things in our company, how we do it, how we can help them, who you are, who all of us are. I mean, there is just so much here. It's not a matter of selling. Please, you're not going to sell. It's a matter of telling and explaining. You see, our business opportunity is so strong. It's just a matter of telling and explaining. Be confident. Be confident. Look at our amazing, amazing business history. Look at the people that have come before you, and look at the people that are there that are going to be helping you. It's going to be amazing. Don't prejudge. Don't prejudge, because here's the thing. You can't look into someone's mind or someone's heart and know where they are, what's going on, all the things going on in their life. You can't know that, and you just don't know. So I beg you not to prejudge. Give everyone the same level of presentation, the same level of care and love. Don't hold back. Don't hold back at all, okay? Make sure you give each person the full presentation, okay? Be a great listener. Listen, if you really want to be a great recruiter, you be a great listener, because the person that you're trying to explain our business opportunity to, you need to listen to where they come from, who they are, and what's going on. Let them tell you their story, and I promise you, you will know exactly what you need to say with helping to tell them our story. Be caring, be ready, and be ready to assist at any moment, okay? So I just want to tell you, you just need to go for it now. You know, one of the things I like to tell people is this: go to work, okay? You got to go to work. The sun is shining, go to work. It's raining, go to work, okay? You are having an amazing day, go to work. You're not having an amazing day, go to work. Listen, just go to work. Put the things that you learn from this extravaganza and other trainings, put that into action. Don't leave it in a book, okay? Make sure that you take it out and you use it, okay? Make it get strong like muscles, right? So go to work. The time is perfect. The time is now. The time is not next month. The time is not next year. Guys, the time is right now. And you've got this. I know you do. I believe in you. This is going to be an amazing, wonderful business for you. And I can't say how much I care about you. I wish I could give everybody a big hug right now, but I just want to say I love you so much. You've got this.
Wow, thank you so much, Susan. That was an incredible section. Total fire, total clarity. I absolutely love hearing from this woman every single time she speaks. I know you guys are just as fired up as I am. You know, every time I hear Susan speak, every time I think of Susan Peterson, 4 things come to mind. Maybe they come to mind for you guys too, right? So the first thing is work, frontline, frontline, and frontline every single time, okay? So if you ever feel like you're stuck in your business, if you're ever wondering, what do I need to do? Just ask yourself, what would Susan do, right? Work, frontline, frontline, frontline like crazy. Okay, so thank you so much again, Susan. It's an honor getting to wrap up your section and be a part of this incredible extravaganza with you. So guys, my name is Brittany Liberton. I am from Birmingham, Alabama. Actually got started with my Herbalife journey almost 10 years ago. I can't believe it's almost been a decade since I've been with this business, but it's been an incredible journey for the last 10 years. I've truly gotten to grow up in this company. This company has helped shape and mold me into the person I can truly love and look up to today. And you guys can see my before and after photo there. I just recently got a new result, down 10 pounds with the products, feeling absolutely incredible, selling more products than I ever have because I'm re-jacked up about my products. So definitely make sure you're working on your result like crazy. But you know, for the last 10 years, I've gotten to work alongside some incredible human beings. I just want to say thank you while I'm on this screen really quick to my whole team. I want to say thank you to my friends and my family that supported me along the way, and especially to my girlfriend for supporting me and being there for me 100% all of the time. So with that being said, guys, we just got to wrap up an incredible section. And one of the biggest things that stuck with me in that section was be a person of action. Okay, and this next person that I'm bringing up, he's a phenomenal human being, an amazing Herbalife distributor, okay? He is truly a person of action. Him and his wife have a 10-stone pen, and they're currently working on their second 10-stone pen. That's how committed they are to growing this business here in Herbalife and taking it to 10 billion and beyond. So with that being said, this gentleman right here, he's been in the business for 6 years. He hit the president's team in 4. Outside of his Herbalife accolades, his biggest accomplishment is his brand new baby boy, Cairo, which he's an absolute cutie. So with that being said, you guys, help me welcome up my good friend, 20K Executive President's team member, Eddie Rodriguez.
Wow. What's going on, Herbalife? Great afternoon. Happy Sunday. Brittany, thank you so much for that amazing introduction. You know, definitely someone that me and my wife look up to in this business, along with our team. Super inspirational, big impact in our business when we first got started. So thank you so much for that. What's going on, Herbalife family? Happy Sunday, extravaganza, last day. Let's kick this thing off right with a bang. So we can bring up my before and after, guys. I want to share a little bit about who I am. So as Brittany shared, President's team member, executive, 20K with my beautiful wife, right? We got started in this amazing journey, guys, 6 years ago. Janelle got started first. Then a year later, I joined her because I was skeptical. I didn't really see how this was going to benefit me. Guys, that's a lesson itself, right? If you get started for you, right? Don't give up when somebody else doesn't want to get started. Just keep doing what you got to do. And if they get it, they get it. If they don't, no problem, right? Fast forward, right? My wife lost 45 pounds in products. That led me to be like, let me try this for myself. I got on the products. I gained a total of 24 pounds, guys, in lean muscle. And let me tell you, I feel the best I've ever felt in my entire life. As you know, with great results comes a great business opportunity. People started asking us, what are we doing? And we just started sharing with everyone, right? And that led us to an amazing team that we love. Thank you, guys. Thank you to our amazing sponsor and to our uplines for the opportunity. Now, guys, let me tell you something. I'm super excited for today because I get to share something that's been in the work for some time. So if we can give you guys a sneak peek, let's bring that video up so they can see what I'm talking about. right, guys, so check it. The cat is out of the bag. HN Connect Mobile is officially here, guys. It is ready. I've been waiting so long to share with you guys about this app. I've actually been working with the company hand in hand for about 8 months or so now. And what I love, guys, is this is an app that is for distributors, right? Put together by distributors with the support of the company. So super powerful tool. And I really want to just get right into it and share just a few of the many things that I love about this app. So if we could bring up the slides just with the things that I'm going to go over really quick. So, right, we got push notifications, shareable libraries, right? Improved contact details, improved activity feed, and SMS support. So let's get into the first one, which is push notifications, right? So push notifications, if you guys have a phone, right, you know what it is, right? You're out and about and your phone here and there gives you a notification of things that are going on. But what if your phone, right, which is a smartphone, a powerful tool, was giving you notifications on what's going on in your business right at the fingertip of your hands, right? So this is what it does, right? One of the things that we have right now is push notifications on orders from preferred members. So think about this. You sign up a brand new preferred member. The minute that they place the order, you're going to get notified, push notification straight to your phone that they've ordered, right? Which leads you to do an amazing follow-up right after that. You're also going to get notification on birthdays. So birthdays is huge, right? We all love to get that message, you know, happy birthday, great morning. I hope you have an amazing day. We're going to get notifications on that and take action right away. So if we click on the next slide, right, imagine you just got a notification for that order. Now you click on that order, right, and you're going to get you're going to go right into the app. And this is one of the things that you can do in the app, which is bring up the shareable library. So let's say, for example, you see someone ordered some products and maybe they're missing a product that, you know, you think would really benefit them. In the shareables tab that's in the app, you can go in there and share some information, whether it be promotions, right? Whether it be product information, and send it to them in any way that you communicate. So a text message, Telegram, WhatsApp, whatever way that you communicate with your guys, right? With your clients, you're gonna be able to share valuable information with them. Super, super good, guys. Next up, we have the next slide here is the contact view. So imagine that order comes in, you get a push notification, you click on it, it opens up to this, and it basically shows you what they ordered, right? The dollar amount of what they ordered. And if you click down on that, you're also gonna get information on what products they ordered. And again, depending on what they ordered, if you feel like that they're missing something, you can go right in and share that. You're also gonna get information as far as their social media handle, if they input that, activities that they're doing, that you're having with them throughout the day in the app, and so much more. The next slide that we have up here, right, is the activity feed. Now this thing, guys, is my go-to every single day. I mean, I'm opening this multiple times a day, just checking what's going on in my business. Here you're gonna get stuff like your orders that are coming in, journeys that are being opened, brand new preferred members that are signing up, and a ton of more things, right? And what I love about this activity feed is that you're getting things even quicker than on my Herbalife, right? So you're getting orders coming in at, you know, super fast. The minute they order, you're seeing it there. So I love this, so you can take action on whatever is going on in your business. And then the next slide that we have here, right, is the SMS support. So you guys ever get on the phone and you're calling Herbalife, and, you know, sometimes, depending on the time of the month, you're waiting a little longer. Well, now, exclusively for this app, guys, we're gonna be able to text with a live agent, a live Herbalife support person in the headquarters that's gonna answer our questions right on text message. So you don't have to wait on the phone and, you know, wait a long time and all that stuff. Okay, so it's gonna be super streamlined, and you can just pick up the conversation right where you guys left off. So I love, 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 love this. But guys, you guys heard a little bit of the many things that I love about this app. Let's bring up some of my friends so they can tell you what they love about this app. So let's get this video up.
Love HN Connect compared to other business tools for the ease and accessibility. It's amazing.
It gives you the ability to keep a finger or a thumb, whatever you want to call it, on your customers and distributors' activities, and to be able to follow up with them immediately as action happens. I just love it.
So when we log in on a daily basis, everything is right there. And if we can keep things in the palm of our hands, then it makes our work so much easier.
Creo que H&M Connect me va a ayudar.
I think that HN Connect will help me run my business efficiently because it sends me daily reports on sales to my customers, my preferred members and distributors. If a customer or a preferred member hasn't made a purchase, it sends me a notification. So
Distributor who's interested in trying HN Connect, don't be afraid of change, because these are the things that will help us propel our business into the future.
Our favorite feature on the HN Connect app is the order history and the new order place notification. I think it really helps us as distributors provide a new opportunity for coaching, seeing specifically what our customers are ordering.
H&M Connect les ha dado
HN Connect sends follow-up emails,
y ha logrado.
and this has helped turn leads into a customer.
Listen, if you're considering trying HN Connect, I'm just telling you, don't hesitate. This thing is a game changer. All the features that you get built in, I'm just telling you guys, it gives you the ability to do so many things inside your business effectively, easily, online, instantly.
I would recommend the HN Connect mobile app because it allows you to have better follow-up and to continue connecting with your customers immediately after an order is placed.
Woo! Fire me up. So listen, I don't know if you guys are as fired up as I am, but I'm telling you, this thing has helped me take my business and my wife to the next level. If you guys heard it, I've been sharing this with a few of my guys, right, that have been testing it out. And this is the other name for this app right here is called the Game Changer, because it literally takes your business to the next level, guys. So if we could bring up the slides really quick, something important is going to happen. I want you guys to take note of this. We're going to have multiple webinar trainings where we dive deeper into this app and tell you guys even more functionalities that are behind it, okay? So you guys really get a sense of what's in the app, what you can do, and how it can help your business. And then, I'm super honored that I'm going to be joined by two of my fellow distributors and sidelines, right? We're going to have this Wednesday coming up, Get team member Shaquille Simmons, my brother, right? And then on next week, we're going to have one of my very own, Get Team 2.5, Serena Ramses Burgos, who's going to join me to kind of give you guys more in-depth training on these things, guys. So listen, as I told you before, I'm super excited because this is not just an app that the company made. They said, hey, what do you guys want? And we're going to build this together with you guys. And it's just been absolutely amazing to be working alongside of them. So to the corporate team, thank you so much. To the team behind this app, Philip, Orion, and everybody else, thank you guys so much for everything that you do. And I just really want to say, guys, make sure that you jot this down because this is how you're going to get the information to get the app. So I hope that you guys get on this call, get all the nuggets, get all the training, and take your businesses to the next level. Again, thank you guys so much. And let's have an amazing rest of our extravaganza. Thank you.
Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you so much, Eddie. Spectacular presentation, letting us know what the Herbalife future has for us. The world is changing, and so we really have to learn about this new technology that's going to facilitate our business. So thank you so much for your incredible participation. And well, let's practice. Let's practice HN Connect so we can take a great advantage of this application. Thank you so much and great success, Eddie. Well, good afternoon, my family, my Herbalife family. Leaders in Herbalife. We have leaders from Jamaica. We have leaders from Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and, let's see if I can say Trinidad and Tobago. We have leaders from Puerto Rico. We have leaders from Hawaii also. And well, of all the United States, more than 70,000 people that are connected to this super event. And so we've received inspiration, information, and everything else. And we're ready to get out there and go to the next level along with Herbalife. My name is Pablo Caicedo. For 21 years, I've been doing this incredible Herbalife business. And the truth is, it's been really a journey that's been marvelous for me, for everything that we've learned in this business. I came from my country looking for a better lifestyle. And after 5 years of working, doing different activities and different employments, I was not satisfied. I was frustrated, and I wasn't getting what I was looking for. And so I asked for help, right, to the Creator. I asked for help. I needed an opportunity to get out of that situation. And thanks to an announcement in the paper. I went to an opportunity meeting that Herbalife had, and I liked the testimonies. I didn't understand much what was happening, but I felt in my heart that this opportunity was for me. So we started off with the business. I took the products. I lost 35 pounds. My energy increased. I started to feel a lot better. And thanks to those results, I started to, let's say, share this with my colleagues at work. I started doing the business part-time, and I generated $500 extra. And then when I was explained what the supervisor was, I worked with a sense of urgency. I didn't know how. I didn't have many things available like we have nowadays, but I worked really, really hard to get to the supervisor. And then I connected to the training system, and nowadays we're together with my wife and my child doing this business, and we're in the president's team, 20K, 2 diamonds. We're very excited with an incredible future. So, okay then, we have a spectacular part right now. We have a super special guest now ahead of us, so please take notes with him and everybody coming up, and the last 5 minutes of the day are going to be spectacular. So our speaker today is going to talk about the clarity, how the nutrition clubs function. They've been very successful with the nutrition clubs. For 8 years, they've been doing the Herbalife business. He lives in Oklahoma, and he works from Oklahoma, and he's a family man, and today he's executive president's team member, 20K, going to the next levels. From Oklahoma, Mr. Hermes Jones Parra. Take it away. Welcome.
Well, how is everybody doing today on this beautiful Sunday? Yes, my name is Hermes Jones Parra, and I'm excited to share with you guys my section on gaining clarity through using the tools that Herbalife has given us for nutrition clubs. I've been in the business for 8 years, and I love hearing Pablo's story and everybody else's story, because it doesn't matter how you started or where you were. It just matters when you start, that you're actually starting. And stay-at-home mom, maybe you were a teacher, maybe you were homeless, whatever your story is, it's so powerful. Mine's slightly different. I did start 8 years ago. I dropped out of college to open up my own business. My mission statement in life is to partner with parents in raising their children. So I was a gymnast my whole life. So I opened up a cheerleading facility. 12 years later, it became the largest cheerleading facility in the state. Life's awesome. Wife's a stay-at-home mom. We've got 2 kids, 1 on the way. So when the Herbalife business opportunity got presented to me, it was not money that I was looking for. I was working 60 to 80 hours a week, entrepreneur, working on my business, and it hit me really well. They said, Hermes, your mission statement is to partner with parents in raising their children, but who's partnering with your wife to raise your own? And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so true. And then that's when the Herbalife business opportunity came to me. I love the products. I had a strawberry banana shake, a cherry limeade tea, changed my life. And I worked at part-time, owning my business, doing Herbalife, and the checks came in, right? People were getting results, and Herbalife started paying me through preferred members and ordering. Well, that's when my life kind of flipped over a little bit. We hit the millionaire team. My wife felt led to move to another area about 2 hours away from where we started. And we broke a new market. It was phenomenal. We did it through nutrition clubs. And it's been an awesome experience ever since. If you can do the next slide for me, you can see when we did move, we became, what I like to say is I got my PhD. I did say that I dropped out of college, right? So my PhD is actually a professional Herbalife distributor. I learned fit camps, online challenges, weight loss challenges. I've done it all, but then it dawned on me. It was like I was introduced to the company through Nutrition Club. Maybe I should get my PhD in that model. Next slide, please. And that's what we did. What I love telling people is this, and this is the fact, this is the truth. I didn't have a model to follow. I didn't know what I was doing. What I tell people is I failed my way to the top 1%. And I'm excited to share that you don't have to do that. Herbalife has gone above and beyond to share their experiences, along with the Nutrition Club Strategy and Plan Committee, and corporate has put together a phenomenal slide for everybody. Now you're gonna have to wait till the end to see it, and I'm excited to share it with you. Next slide, please. Before we go into the presentation, I do want to share with you that you have to have a strong why. Any entrepreneur in any business, even getting into Herbalife, right? You're going to go through challenges. You're not just giving up a 9-to-5 for a 9-to-5. Being an entrepreneur now means you're working 12 to 18 hours a day. But the light is there at the end of the tunnel to where at some point, someday, you'll own your own time and be able to choose how often you work and how much you want to work. And today I can tell you I'm a full-time husband, supporting my wife. I've got 4 children. I take them to school every day. I pick them up every day. I coach them in everything. And I can do that because I can coach cheerleading. But we've got football and basketball players. It's an absolute amazing life. And remember, I did not get into it for the financial side, but to have time with my family. And that's what I get to do today. So let's go, next slide. So let's go into a little bit about what we're going to talk about today. What I want to do initially is build a solid foundation for you, for newer distributors. And the only way to do that is to talk about some of the rules that we have in place. Now, here, do me a favor. Don't tune me out just because I said the word rules. Okay, this is the only way to actually be able to stand on a solid foundation and grow a business that's been around for 40 years, right? And again, I'm going to get through this pretty quick. At the end is the secret sauce. It's the blueprint. It's the A to Z of nutrition clubs, or better said, steps 1 through 12. And I'm going to give you a flow that's going to just absolutely blow your mind. Next slide, please. There's 3 things that we're going to cover when it comes to the next few slides. And it's going to be the importance of choosing the right order purpose, submitting accurate and timely receipts, and improper bundling versus proper receipting. Next slide, please. So we all know that when we go in and order the new active fiber complex, right, the first thing that pops up once we put that in our cart are these 3 things: personal consumption, customer direct, and retail inventory. I'm going to dive in real quick to explain what these are so you know how to place the order. If you're doing a personal consumption order, that means you're eating it or your family's eating it, okay? If it's going to be a customer direct order, you're shipping it right to their doorstep, right to their home. I love this method because it has automatic receipting. You don't have to do anything else other than just ship it to their house. And then lastly, retail inventory. A lot of nutrition clubs do it this way, which is you order today to sell it in the future. Of course, you can sample the stuff out, but the intent is there's a possibility I can sell it. And that's kind of the categories that we have per product. Next slide, please. So the importance of accurate receipting, and I'm going to go through this so that we do understand, and I will read this word for word because it's that important, okay? To complete an accurate receipting after every sale is required in order to make every profitable sale to a non-distributor count toward a higher discount level. Promotions and advancements in the sales and the marketing plan. So what we're doing is after every sale, we're receipting it, okay? And we're going to go into a little bit about bundling it later. On the other hand, when you submit a receipt that's incorrect or incomplete, it could result in audits, reversal of earnings and qualifications, and in some occasions, possible termination. No one on this call, no one's going to be doing this at Extravaganza, but that's where it could go if we're not going to do this the right way. Next slide. So how do you do it right? It's super simple, and Herbalife has the tools to do it for you, right? All you need is a customer contact, what they purchased, the sale date, and how they purchased it. That's it. That's all you're needing to have a legit receipt to where it's documented and there's no false documentation happening. And when you sell it, you can sell it through HN My Club, the POS app, if you're not doing consumptions. And of course, we have HN My Club and Engage that we'll get into in a little bit. Next slide, please. Things not to do. And these are not Herbalife rules. This is like the United States of America rules. So we already know some of this stuff, right? Submit false information. Can't do it, right? Enter your own information for somebody else. Not legal. We're not doing that. Enter your own or another distributor's phone number when a customer says, oh, I don't want to give you my phone number. Well, then don't put your own phone number in there. We already know that. And what I want to get into a little bit is waiting till the end of the month to do what we call a bundle. And I'm going to dive into that because that needs a little bit more detail. Okay, so next slide, please. So what is bundling? There's a few ways to bundle that we're not going to be doing, right? One way is a customer comes into your nutrition club every weekday of the month. And instead of receipting them at that moment during that consumption, you wait till the 31st to do it all. Listen, imagine if you were going to Chick-fil-A, or which is like a fast food restaurant, and you go 30 days of eating Chick-fil-A, and at the very end of the 30 days, they give you a receipt. You're kind of thinking to yourself, like, this is weird. I don't like this. Herbalife is a normal business. It's normal. So we want to act normal. Okay, so when someone comes and orders a combo and gets their shake and tea, you receipt it right then and there, just like anybody else would receipt it. So we're not going to be bundling those consumptions at the end of the month. Another way, maybe you're doing a distributor shake party, right? And you've got all these potential customers and some order retail. Okay, what you don't want to do is get that receipt and order on that distributor, right? That's not what we're doing. Each person that bought each product will be getting a receipt for what they purchased. And that's going to be the right way of doing it, instead of bundling it all together in one receipt. Another one, and I think this is kind of funny, is what if you came into the club and only ordered a Formula One, and that's it? Oh, Formula One 24 times. And instead of ordering it or giving a receipt per consumption, you go, hey, it kind of makes sense. Maybe I'll just sell them a Formula One canister. They didn't have a Formula One canister, so you can't receipt a Formula One canister. They had a Formula One consumption. I think you guys are kind of getting the picture. I'm not going to beat a dead horse here, but it's going to be per consumption that we're doing this. And then lastly, and I think this one's very, very important, so I'm going to read it. Operator bundles distributor consumptions and or their own personal consumptions with a retail sale. Okay, that means you're eating the product and somehow sliding it in as if somebody else ate it. No, we don't do that. That's not the way this works. So whatever you eat, you can't receipt. Pretty simple. Next slide, please. Bundling is obviously improper. In addition to violating the rules, bundling is a poor business practice. Here's what I want to get out to everyone when it comes to bundling is it doesn't affect just you when you do this. When you do false documentation, it doesn't affect just you. This opens the door to an audit. Now your customer may get a phone call from corporate. Corporate doesn't want to call your customer to ask if they came in 30 straight days to order a Formula One and PDM. That's an awkward phone call for a customer, and they may receive that call. Or let's say you are going to the extent of knowing that what you're doing is wrong. Well, then your earnings may get scaled back. But then again, so may your uplines and their uplines. So we're going to take full responsibility and ownership of doing this the right way from beginning to end. Next slide, please. And if you're one of those people who are like, I have to read the rule. I don't trust this guy on TV. I understand. We have the rules for you. What I want you to do is take a screenshot of this slide, and then and I'll give you 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Next slide. And everyone take a big deep breath in and take a big deep breath out. We got through this. Now here's the thing. We're not doing that because we went over rules. We're doing that because now we have peace that we can build a strong foundation. We have a strong foundation to build a massive business, right? If we're building on a cracked foundation, Herbalife wouldn't be around for 40 years. We plan on being around for the next 40 years and beyond. So we're all going to follow all these rules so we have that solid foundation to build our business on. So here's what I'm so excited about. This is it. This is the secret sauce. Hopefully I yelled loud enough to where you looked up and you got off your phone, because this is that important to me. Okay, if we can go to the next slide. We have a nutrition club page for you. Remember in my story where I said I failed my way to the top 1%? Don't follow me. Don't follow what I've done. What we are able to do now is follow a flow, like I said, A to Z or 1 through 12 of things to do. How do you grow your nutrition club? I've had a lot of leaders come up to me that are not in the nutrition club operations, and they go, Aramis, I don't feel right telling my downline to open up a club because I don't know what to do. And that's honorable, right? That's responsible. You don't want to do that. Now you can. There's a place that Herbalife has put together that allows training to happen so that maybe if your upline doesn't know, you can educate yourself, right? So if you look at the first page right here, the 3 buttons at the bottom are going to explain to you and give you an example of what a residential club is, what a commercial nutrition club is, what a satellite club is. There's even frequently asked questions that you can get into to make sure you know the ins and outs of every one of these to choose your best model to grow your business. Next slide, please. If you look at the top of this slide, we get so often, oh, it's a new rule. And then in the past, we've had to go new rule, and we'd have to read every rule in the entire handbook to find the new rule. Today, you get to click a button and see all the new rules that we've added when it comes to the Nutrition Club Strategy and Planning Committee, along with maybe words that we've changed in old rules. So this is your one-stop shop to get all the new information that's coming out as fast as it comes out. This is probably one of my favorite pages, because if people ask for an operation manual, financial planning, what are the guidelines for the exterior of a club, all you got to do is push a button, you get your answer. The next button I want to get into for a second is the Nutrition Club count by mileage. It's always like, well, where's the closest club around? Or I want to put a nutrition club in this town, and you don't know who's around there. Right now you can push this button, you can type in the city, type in the mile radius, push enter, and it's going to tell you how many nutrition clubs are around. You guys, that's so important, so that you know that you're not putting one too close to somebody else, right? We want to serve the community in a way that looks awesome, as if we're all one organization and one team. And this is an awesome way to make sure and ensure that we are far enough away from each other to serve the community at our best capacity. Next page, please. So we always love flows. I keep hearing the word system and structure, and this is it. This is it. You want to be plugged into this. You don't need any, you're not the corner piece of the puzzle to complete the puzzle. And that's what we don't want you to be. Now we have a flow from you from 1 to 12 on how is a nutrition club even for you, right? If you go through that slideshow presentation, at the end of it, you're going to go, maybe it's not for me. Or listen, if you're a mentor, maybe this is what you take your new distributor through. So they go, some people want to go, I want to open one up no matter what. And you go, you know, it's hard work. You know, it's like really hard work. It's worth it. Don't get me wrong. It's absolutely worth it. But this is everything it's going to take. And so Nutrition Club is for me, from maybe using your Nutrition Club as an activity center, leadership duplication. Can I get an amen? Right? I mean, that's what we're talking about. Now we've got a link there to be able to do that, all the way to getting your Nutrition Club started. This is going to be our go-to, right? If you don't understand nutrition clubs, or maybe even if you do, this is your go-to page. Next slide, please. So the downer, we're not all together, right? I wish I could hug everyone and just, you know, give you guys five, the chest bumps, all that fun stuff, right? So many of us are like family. And at Extravaganza, they typically put up this massive nutrition club that you can go into and immerse yourself in the culture of a club. And we can't do that. But our company is so awesome that they gave you guys a virtual nutrition club. Next page. The first of it is just pushing a start button, and then that's going to put you right into our virtual nutrition club. Next page. Let's do next page, one more. Next slide. There we go. This is interactive. This is interactive. So if you look at this now, it's like you're going in. You're going into a nutrition club, and it's like, where do I want to go? What do I want to see? And so let's just kind of have fun with it, and let's go click the little plus button that you see on the results. There's a little results wall. Let's go click that plus button. Next slide. And what you're going to see is the results wall, how to do it the right way. We want to make sure that you're not just throwing a bunch of random people's results up there. We want to make sure that we have the disclaimer, that it's eye appealing. We always talk about in nutrition clubs that you want the walls to talk to your customers. Some of our clubs are lines from the bar to the door, and we're just up knee high in protein powder, just trying to make sure that we get people shakes in a relatively fast manner. And we don't have time to say, hey, do you want to join our weight loss challenge, right? And now that you do, you have a results wall that you can put together. Next slide. Maybe you're an organization that has games and promotions, and you can put this stuff on your wall. And again, this is just one of the plus signs in the interactive nutrition club that you can click to get a better understanding. This doesn't mean you have to do it. This is just an option and a tool to go, if you choose to do it, this is best practices. This is the way you want to put it together, where it's eye appealing to the customer and it talks to them whether you talk to them or not. Next slide. So we talk about like this automatic receipting, documentation without even thinking about it. Old school Herbalife, when this happened, we called these things document parties. We would spend hours at someone's house. We call it a party. It was not a party. It was not even fun. It was, we would get together and we would like receipt everything that happened throughout the whole month. And it was like you had to act like it was a party, but it really wasn't. Well, Herbalife is just so phenomenal. What they've done is they have HNMI Club. So when someone comes into your nutrition club, they order a shake and a tea, it pops up on your waiting room, you click submit, boom, it's receipted. Move on to the next customer. Kind of like a normal business, because we are a normal business, extraordinary normal business. Or if you have the Engage app, let me kind of dive into this for a second. The corporate staff has put together an awesome app that allows your customer to download an app specifically to your nutrition club. It's going to have your nutrition club's menu where they can get on there and order their banana nut bread shake and their whatever tea that they want, right? Beauty and the Beast tea, and they can pay on the app, okay? And then what happens is that will show up on your waiting room. They're 20 minutes away, and it shows up on your waiting room. You get to make the shake and the tea, and the next thing you know, they walk in, they can grab their shake and tea, sit at the counter, and you have a lot longer time to develop that relationship with the customer since they don't have to wait in line. And that's everything that corporate staff has put together, which is, again, it's automatic receipting. Next slide. With that being said, if you're anything like me, and when I say the word technical or computer, it's like, I'm out, right? Does one of these things. Here's what I want you to do, and this is awesome. Listen, if I can do this, anyone can do this. Go ahead and take your phone, okay? Click the little camera button just like I'm doing. Turn your phone and bring the camera button to the QR code. You're gonna see a little drop down. Push that deal, and what it's gonna do, it's gonna allow you to be part of our July 29th training when it comes to Engage and HNMI Club. You guys listen, the tools corporates put together, partnering with the distributors, this is the best time to join Herbalife. It absolutely is. Of course, you've heard the massive growth and everyone moving up the marketing plans, but all these tools and the flow that they're putting together for us is just compressing time and allow us to move in a lot smarter and quicker way. We always say, work smarter, not harder. Herbalife is an absolutely amazing company allowing us to do that. You guys, my name's Aramis. I'm so grateful to have chatted and been on this call with every single one of you guys. And I'm excited for the rest of Extravaganza. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much, Hermes, for this valuable information and such very important. What a privilege to be part of this historic event with over 70,000 people who are we are celebrating our 40th anniversary at Herbalife. It goes without saying that I'm very emotional. Thank you very much for sharing that story, and congratulations to all of those who are connected before. I introduce the next individual. I'm going to be talking about myself a little bit. I am Olga Paredes. I've been in the company for over 21 years. I'm from New York, and I started when I was 18 years old. When I started this company, I was studying and I was working at the very same time. I was a senior in high school, and I was working as a cashier in a supermarket. I was a teen mom, and my daughter was 2 years, and I wanted something more for my daughter and for my own personal life, but I didn't have any type of guide. And I ran into this company thanks to my mom, and she was the one that brought me into Herbalife, and she said to me that these products are wonderful, you're going to feel well. I decided to start taking the product, and I was able to lose 22 pounds, and I felt very good. And being part of this business, they helped me, train me. They trained me everything. If it was a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever it was, I went to all the different trainings. I was always willing to learn, and I'm very thankful for all of the leadership that we have had here. They have always guided us. The world team would always help. Everybody would help us to do our business. I reached Pres Team within 5 years, and it's inspired my life. I have a different life. Now I have 6 children, so I have a very large family, and I'm very blessed. And I have the pleasure to introduce to you to one of the people that I admire the most. Every single time that I see him, he's like everybody's buddy. He always has the very best attitude. He's always very supportive. And so that you know a little bit of his background, he's been in Herbalife Life Nutrition for 9 years, and he reached Prez team in 2.5 years, and he was a total champion because he did his last cut for 30K. He is the winner of the Humanitarian Award, and is currently the Herbalife Family Foundation ambassador, and he is very thankful for the opportunity to be able to give something back to people, to get back to these homes. Thank you for all of your support, Style. So Senior Executive President's Team 20K, Style Bell.
Style, you're on mute.
Oh, what's up? What's up? What's up? I'm so sorry, you guys. Clearly, we were on mute here, but as you can see, we're live in effect. So I wanted you guys to feel that interaction, feel my energy coming through the screen. But most importantly, Olga, thank you so much for that introduction. But something that's really important to me, I know you guys are tired of seeing my face, so I have to introduce somebody to you guys who's been crushing it. She's made a major impact on people's lives. So I want to say congratulations to Executive President's Team 15K, our Regional Humanitarian of the Year of North America, Dominique Montez. I want to say congratulations to you. The impact you've made on people's lives is out of this world. But listen, I want to thank every single one of you guys that has made an impact on people's lives prior to Extravaganza. I know you guys have made donations. You've given back your time, your energy, your effort to be able to impact those children. But I have a very important announcement. I want to show you the impact we've made for this entire event. All right, so let's go ahead and bring up that slide on the impact we've made for Extravaganza this year. This is going to blow your mind. You guys, the reason why I am clapping so much, because I am the very first North America Herbalife Nutrition and Foundation ambassador. And if we didn't reach that goal, guess what was going to happen? I was going to have to pay the rest to be able to reach that goal. So not only did we reach the goal, we surpassed it. So I want to say thank you guys so much for the impact that you've been able to make on people's lives. And to be honest with you, because I am the ambassador, we actually are even higher than that, you guys, because you guys are still donating, you're still giving back. So I just want to say thank you so much. But now I have the honor of introducing somebody very important, Executive President's Team 20K, Jessica Gutierrez. Take it away.
Hola, hola, ¿cómo?
Hello, hello. How are we, Herbalife? We are reaching the end. We are reaching the end. Thank you very much, Style. Wow. What numbers that you just showed us. Congratulations to all of you who donated. Thank you very much. But right now, we are reaching the end. We are reaching the end, and we don't want this to finish, but it is going to finish. So I'm going to be sharing a little bit about myself and my story so that you can know a little bit about my own story before we start these promotions that we're going to be listening to today. My name is Jessica Gutierrez. I've been in the business for 5.5 years doing business, and before Herbalife, I was at an adult daycare for adults, a daycare for adults, and I thought that this was something that I was going to be doing for the rest of my life. However, I was not at the right place where I needed to be, and I I was not at the place that I needed to be, which was Herbalife. I was depressed. I had a high level of debt, and I started to take all of these products, and while I had all of this business, and I started to feel incredible. I started with a challenge, a 12-week challenge. They invited me to take part in a challenge, and after that, that's when it all began. When I began my business, and we listened to so many things about our business, and we listened to so many things about challenges, social media, and nutrition clubs. But I started by a challenge. I started to take this product. I had been taking the product for 2 years, and I said, well, never in my life am I ever going to do Herbalife. And why? Because I already have my own business, and I don't need Herbalife, but everything happens in the right time for you. I said, I'm going to invite people to this challenge, and I'm ready to invite people to take part in this challenge. And that's how my business started. And then we were, within a year, we were at the millionaire team, then 3 years at the president's team, and now this year, 15K, 20K, and we're going to go and get more. So I'm very thankful. Thank you for everything that is happening. But before we dive into my own section, I want to tell you that we're going to be taking a look here at a video, and I'm so excited because many of you started pictures with a hashtag, right? We were all on social media, all over the place with all of these pictures. And right now, I want you to look at this video that the company just did so that you can see everything that happened over this weekend. Can you please put the video up for me, please? Thank you.
Wow, qué bonito.
Wow, how awesome were those pictures and souvenirs that we're going to have with this 2020 extravaganza, where we made history, where we had over 70,000 people who were connected. And this video is just a small part of what happened over this weekend. Thank you very much for all of those that took part in all of this. But now I have the very last 5 minutes to tell you about the promotions and the events that were happening now in Herbalife. And I would like you to jot down a lot of these notes. We are reaching the end, and some of us are tired, and we need to start working. We can put everything that we learned into action. And I'm going to be telling you that for me, promotions have helped me so much in my business. And I'm going to be giving you 5 points, and I want you to jot this down before we start all of this.
You have to work with the promotions with the intention of helping grow your business. That's number 1, okay? Write it down. Number 2 now. Never leave money on the table. Susan Peterson said that, right? Never leave money on the table, okay? You have to work it all. Take all of it with you, everything that Herbalife is offering you. So number 3 now. You have to know about the art of promotion. It's something that I was taught when I started doing this business. I didn't understand it, and I had to understand it little by little. Knowing how to do the art of promotion. Number 4. Work from one promotion to the next promotion and from one event to the next event, okay? Just like many of the trainers said this weekend here. Promotion to promotion, from event to event. And number 5, don't focus too much on having to learn everything today, but you have to know where you can go to, and you know that you have to go to myherbalife.com, where it says promotions and events, and right there you can find all the information that I'm going to give you today. So please jot these 5 points down, and we're going to start off. If we could get the presentation on, please. I'm going to start off now with the promotions. With the promotions for our preferred members. And I love these promotions because I really, really like to work with preferred members. These are our future distributors, and so we have to take care of them. We have to tell them about their promotion. They have to be in our chat. They have to be recognized. We have to tell them, this is what's happening. This is what you can win. Did you see these 2 promotions for preferred members already? Look at this. Look at this. This lamp. Who doesn't want this lamp? I love it. I have it. I'm using it right now, and it's incredible. And all you have to do is 150 points for 3 consecutive months. July, August, and September, or 1 month of 450 volume points. And that means that our preferred members are taking the product, number 1, and number 2, that this is a person that maybe can become your next distributor because you're taking care of them, because they have results, because they're taking the product and everything that comes from that. So recognize our preferred members. And can we go to the next slide, please? So this is how we recognize our preferred members. So this is how we give them the follow-up. And we tell them in the chats, look what's coming up, look what we're doing, look what you can qualify for. And if we go to the next slide, please. Here you can see this promotion. You can already be in your first cut for this, and this was beginning last month in June. And so run your report. Let's see if you're qualified so that you don't miss out on this second cut and this third cut also. And if we go to the next one, please. Right now, you guys, more than ever, we can have these members that come back to us, these customers that may be left at some point and can come back to us. And we extended this until the 24th. And so don't leave any money on the table. If we go to the next slide, please. DAP, D-A-P, DAP, 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 right? Next one, please. And what does this mean? We have 1 new distributorizer, and we're teaching them to have their first customers. That's what it means. That's what DAP means. But of course, we're not going to just leave it there. Just like Alan and Fabi said, we're going to take them to supervisors in that first month and second month. And with that, they're going to already be qualifying with this 3 consecutive month promotion with 500 points. Let's go to the next one, please. And recognition. Just like we recognize our preferred members, you have to recognize our distributors also. And we can go to the next one. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this FSL or LDW in October. You can already get your ticket. And in the next slide, you're going to see that the qualifications for this, what do you have to do now? Supervisor, just supervisor. And if you're a new distributor, if you have new distributors with you, you just have to have 1,000 volume points to be able to be present at this event. And on the next slide, you're going to be able to see the number of the SKU where you can get your ticket, okay? And let's continue. Let's go to the next one. And the qualification. The qualification for VIP now. VIP, event to event, you guys. Double points this month. So don't leave any money on the table. Let's go to the next one, please. And just look at these gifts. Just look at these gifts, you guys. The gifts are incredible. $400, $500, or $300, $250. So you guys, don't leave any money on the table. We'll go to the next one, please. And the next one is my favorite, the vacations. When I started in this company, I said, I want to travel the world. I want to do many, many things. And I would see many people that were traveling. And I said, what do I have to do so that I can qualify to these vacations? There it is, you guys. If we go to the next slide, please. You're going to see right there where you have to go and see this. Events and promotions. You're going to go to this page, and right there you can see where you have to start to know how much you still have to do to go to these vacations, to be able to be present at these vacations. And if we go to the next one, please, my favorite, honors. Oh my goodness, honors 2021. In Los Angeles, you guys, in Los Angeles, this event changes lives. And what do we have to do? You just have to be a President's Team member, 7.5 Millionaire Team member, or one cut of 6,000 royalty points. And if we go to the next one, please. I want to tell you guys that my first honors was in 2017. I had been doing the business for 2 years, and I saw this event and I said, I can't miss out on this event. I qualified with stars, and that's how you can qualify also if you're a Get Team member. You can qualify with stars. So don't leave any money on the table. Stars. That means that you're doing your PIN. You have 3 stones, 5 stones, 7 stones, 10 stones, right? Because you're qualifying to honors. And you guys, I have to tell you, in 2017, my first honors, from then on, I didn't miss out on any of them. In 2019, I was able to go to Singapore as a President's Team member. I saw my sponsors having their first Marquise bonus. That's what Susan was talking about, right? The 6th way and you can earn an Herbalife. And I said, I have to have one of those, right? One day I want to be there. And next year, I'm going to be able to go up on stage, very, very excited, because I was working from event to event. And if we go to the next one, please. So this is how you can qualify with the stars. 5 stars, 6 stars, 7 stars, right? And working with our PIN and with the stones. Exactly, that's what we should be doing. So that also takes us to the next slide, which is the Future President's Team Retreat. One of my favorite retreats, you guys. Oh my God, this event is incredible. In 2015, I remember that I was working so much to go to this event. I was a Get Team member, and I said, I want to go to that event. And you know what? I didn't get to go. I didn't make it. But I worked, and I went from event to event and working and saying, I want to go. In January, I did my first cut 2.5, and in February, my first cut to the Millionaire Team, just because I tried to get to go. And that's how my royalties started to grow with my check and everything that Herbalife offers up. And then the following year, I was able to go. So working. What do we need? Millionaire Team member, President's Team member, 3 cuts of 4,000 royalty points. And so right there, you're going to be at that event, working from event to event. And if we go to the next slide, please. The trips and everything are going to get, you're going to be given $400 if you are increasing 50% your royalties. All of this you can see in myherbalife.com. But this last slide, the one we have here, this is the STS, you guys, the STS. We have the whole agenda. So take a picture of this. Take a picture of this so that you can't say, I can't go. You already know. You can have the dates right here. And it's incredible what can happen to us when we work from one event to another event. It's not only me, but taking more people every day. How many more people are going to be there with you? And you guys, this is everything for me, but right now I have the pleasure of introducing somebody I admire in this company. And she's a person that's a beautiful person. She's one of the most beautiful ones, Founders Circle member. And she has been in the business for 40 years, okay?
Wow.
Wow. Chairman's Club member, 10 people that are President's Team in her organization. Wow, wow, wow. 11 diamonds. Guys, wow. Oh my God. So take note of this. A great round of applause to our Founders Circle member, Leslie Stanford.
Wow. Thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you. What a day it's been already. Man, oh man. It makes me want to just get out there and get to work and forget about the rest of the day, but the best is yet to come. I want to tell you a little story. 15 years ago, the late, great Andrew Coltman, Australian, was reading a book in a coffee shop in LA. He happened to notice a young man in a crisp white shirt and black pants with a pager. Maybe he had a pocket protector, I'm not sure. But the young man was reading the same book. And so while it would have been easier to just say, oh, he's reading the same book, he actually went and tapped him on the shoulder and said, hey, dude, look at this, we're reading the same book. And that simple act set in motion what became a great friendship, as well as new Chairman's Club members and our next speakers. You know, we always have these little moments in our life, and imagine if Andrew had just noticed that he was reading the same book and didn't say anything. But instead, he tapped him on the shoulder. And what unfolded as a result of Andrew talking to Mark Addy changed both of their lives forever. And not only their lives, but thousands of other lives. And think about those moments in our life. We all have them where our life could go one way or another. And it's always a lesson to, if you have that inclination, or you notice somebody or see something, say something. A few weeks ago, after Mark and Jill Addy became Chairman's Club members, their organization put a celebration Zoom together for them. And it was so amazing because Andrew Coltman was on the line as their sponsor, and I was there as their upline great-grandmother. And as Andrew was telling the story about how they met and introducing them, he was describing their early days. And there were some things that I didn't know. He said it was unbelievable because everything that he told them to do, they actually did. How many times does that ever actually happen, right? He said he never heard them complain. Their attitude was always great. Andrew said he was talking to Mark one day, and Mark and Jill told him about an LDW that was happening in San Francisco the next weekend. And Andrew said, well, you have to be supervisors to go to that. And they said, we are supervisors. I mean, it was really incredible. As it happened, I happened to be the guest speaker at that, which is amazing because even though I was the guest speaker, they still got to Chairman's Club. I remember meeting Mark and Jill for the very first time. It was at a Malibu triathlon. They came up to me and introduced themselves. They said they were in my downline. They said their names were Mark and Jill Addy. And I'm thinking to myself, are you sure it's not Ken and Barbie? I mean, they're just like, wow, this couple, what a pair. They'd be horrified for me to say that. But together with their team at their Motor Avenue office, they created the Fit Camp methodology that swept the globe. I remember people coming from all over the world, busloads, to see how it worked. So to say that they impacted the company globally is not an exaggeration. And I can say that they are the distributors that we would love all of our distributors to be like. They do the right thing to the best of their ability. They do what they say they're going to do. They have so much gratitude for, you know, their situation in life, and they express their gratitude daily. They work as hard on themselves as they do in their business. That was one of the things that Mark told us we should always be doing. And in case you ever look at them and just think that their life is perfect and Herbalife's been easy for them, I can tell you that they've had some unbelievable peaks and valleys. I mean, they've truly gone to hell and back and have persevered, and here they are at the Chairman's Club. I'm incredibly grateful to call them friends. It's just crazy that their sponsor passed away, but was able to see them get to Chairman's Club, which I know he was so proud of you guys. They've really blessed our company with their leadership. And so to close out this amazing event, please join me in welcoming to our virtual stage, Mark and Jill Addy.
Leslie, thank you for that incredible introduction. You touched our heart. Thank you for being the most incredible upline. And yes, that first training. I have my notebook for my very first training. And if you flip into my notebook, first speaker, Leslie Stanford, 25 years in business at that point. And, you know, Mark and I will share a little bit about where we were at, you know, when we walked in that room, but, you know, we were just two young kids, like looking for a change in our lives, looking for some possibility. And hearing Leslie that day share about her journey and what she's accomplished, it touched our hearts that day. And I just want to say thank you so much to you, Leslie, for being such an incredible friend and mentor. And thank you, Herbalife. Mark and I are so honored to be with you today, closing out Extravaganza together, okay? All 70,000 of you. And if you're still watching at this point, after all these days and all these sessions together, you have something special inside you, that staying power, that willingness to see it through to the very end of the training. So thank you so much for pouring into yourself and into your future this weekend. So the best place I can begin as I think about the 15-year journey is, you know, I look back this very weekend, 15 years ago, our first training. If I was to look out, you know, 15 years into the future, who would have thought, you know, these kids finishing out Extravaganza with you. So you don't shortchange yourself. You never know where you can be 6 months from now, 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. And as Leslie said, there's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys. That's life. But together, you know, this Herbalife family that we've created together, we can accomplish amazing things together. So, you know, I was looking at some Mark Hughes videos. We always keep Mark Hughes close to us. As you heard Fabi say, stay close to the source of the company. And when I'm listening to Mark Hughes, the three things that come through, and these will be our three themes for this time that you and I have together and we have together. Number one, confidence. Number two, faith. Number three, work. Okay, confidence, faith, and work. You're gonna hear that echo throughout our entire talk today. So listen, right now is your moment. We're gonna be sending you out, you know, into the world to build your Herbalife business. If you're brand new, like we were, we didn't even have a customer at this point at our first training. It's okay. Okay, we ended up getting those first customers that day we walked out of the training. Not Monday, Sunday. Sunday we get to work. So listen, this is your moment. We're sending you out into the world right now. It's no accident that you found Herbalife. It's no accident that you're on this line with us right now. So take a fresh page out in your notes. We're gonna take a journey together. So Mark's gonna share a little bit about what we've been through, and then we have 6 key points. As I remember Jim Rohn in my mind, you know, half a dozen things can make up 80% of the difference. So we're gonna give you our half dozen things on what's made a difference for us.
You guys, unbelievable. So honored to be here. It's just, I mean, blown away. Dream come true for us. Mark and Jill Addy started our business 15 years ago in Los Angeles. And, you know, I know you guys have heard bits and pieces of our story over the weekend, but, you know, we're really going to put some, you know, just cram this thing down and really get some exciting things across, because it's been an incredible weekend and we want to finish on a high note. Just like Jill said, get you guys out there ready to go. So listen, you know, if this is your first event, congratulations. Okay. Maybe we've got some people on the line that have been with us for 40 years. Congratulations. Okay. Regardless, you guys are all part of history. Okay. The biggest extravaganza in the history of our company. Okay, so huge congratulations to you. Okay, what we're going to do here is, I just want you to be clear. This last section, as we close out the day, it's not going to be a training about how to do certain DMOs or nutrition clubs. You learned that all weekend. Okay, it was absolutely amazing, the training. What we're going to talk about here is really a little bit more about just the basics. Okay, I'm going to share with you some of the things that we learned. Some of the things, I'll say this, okay. You know, you heard us talk about our sponsor earlier. I believe that my sponsor was a genius, okay? 15 years ago, he taught the basics to us. 15 years ago, it was totally relevant. 15 years later, I think it's even more relevant today. Okay, so we're going to share with you guys those simple lessons that made all the difference for us. So you're going to hear some little bit about our story, and then we'll get into the lessons, okay? But I do want to say this, okay? Just so you're clear. So we have, in 15 years, we have a president's team. In our organization, we have over 30 president's team members, okay? And I'm sharing that with you because I want you to be clear. We have president's team members that got there through doing Fit Club. We have president's team members that got there through doing nutrition clubs. We have president's team members that got there through social media. We got use, wear, talk. We've got meetings. So my point is, it all works. Okay, so I share that with you because it's the basics across whatever the model it is. Okay, so a couple things, just share with you guys our story. Leslie, thank you for that introduction. That was a dream to have you introduce us, and a little trip down memory lane. I'm gonna keep it pretty brief though, you guys. We started in 2005. Okay, Mark and Jill Addy, living in Los Angeles, trying to figure out what we wanted to do. We both worked in corporate America, at a corporate job. Here's what I'll say: is we were both searching. Okay, searching for a better life. Searching for a way to have some fun, searching for a way that we could work together, right? That was a big goal of ours. Searching for a way that we could have some time freedom, right? More than anything else, I would say searching for what it was, like what are we meant to do in this world? And just like Leslie shared, one day I was sitting in a coffee shop, right? Same coffee shop, same time, reading the exact same book. I met a man that changed my life. Tapped me on the shoulder, and we became friends. And out of that conversation, later, he introduced us to the products. Okay, and I'm sharing that with you because how many of you guys on the line have a customer? Or how many of you plan on getting a customer? Okay, I'm sharing this with you because you just never know who you're going to share. So often it's just sharing the products that people find the company, they get some results, and you never know. They fall in love with the company and decide that they want to really make a go at this thing. And so Mark and Jill, we started on the products. We were customers for a couple of months, had no idea what Herbalife was, had never heard of the company. We had never built a business like this before. We had no experience running our own business. Okay, but we saw the lifestyle that our sponsor had, and you see that, and I remember just saying, what does he do? And honestly, we approached Andrew. We said to him, I remember going to him, I said, listen, I know it appears like you're sort of retired at this point. Little did I know he was running this big international business, but I remember approaching him and saying, hey, would you be willing to teach us how to do this? And that moment right there, he said, okay. Step one, you've already done that. You're on the products. Step two, let's get you to a training. Well, okay, a training. What's a training? He said, you got to go learn how to do this business. Okay, and so I'm sharing that with you because don't ever miss the chance to expose people to what's possible in this company. Right? I'm going to tell you, we went to that first training event. You hear this so often. It is a true story. I remember walking into the meeting. Okay. If you can imagine this meeting live, right? There wasn't quite 70,000 people there, but it sure seemed like it. Yeah, there was probably 1,000 people there at the time. But I remember walking into the meeting and they had flags waving and buttons everywhere, and Tina Turner was playing and the lights were going. There was strobe lights, and I had no idea where I was. I remember being a little freaked out, like, whoa, I was a suit and tie guy, right? And so we sat down in the very back of the room. And I remember sitting down and going, whoa, what is going on here? And the start of that meeting was a little bit like this. And then something happened. And this is really important for you guys to know. They started an HOM. And one by one, the stories went across the stage. I remember hearing people losing weight. I remember hearing people with more energy. I remember hearing people excited about life. And I'm telling you, I went from arms crossed to leaning forward in my chair to looking at Jill going, wow, like this is unbelievable. Did you hear that? So my point there, you guys, is never forget, we are a company of stories. It was the stories that got us. The training through the whole weekend was incredible. It didn't make that much sense to us at the time because we didn't even have a customer walking in there, okay? But the stories made all the difference, okay? And so I'm sharing these little simple things because still to this day, right, when we meet people, you know, when we're talking to people about the business, right, number one, we're getting them on the products. Number two, we're getting them to a training. Number three, we're teaching them how to build a client base and customers. I'll talk more about that in a moment, but I just want to say that event made all the difference for us. It was a 2-day event. We walked out of there with pages of notes and a ton of inspiration. Okay, so it's important for you guys to know, we're 15 years later in the business. We didn't walk out of that event and go, I know how to do everything. But we had the inspiration, right? I always share this. I had the vision of what was possible. Now we had to make a decision to go to work. And so, you know, I share that with you guys because some of you guys are going to walk out of here in the next 40 minutes or 30 minutes, however long we have, and you're going to be in the exact same position. Okay, so listen, you know, that was the start of our business. Over the course of the next years, we had offices and fit clubs and nutrition clubs and everything. And still today, we do that. So I'm going to turn it over to you to talk a little bit more about the journey.
Okay, so 15 years later, we went from no customers, no distributors, to within 90 days qualifying for a promotion to meet this gentleman. I don't know if you can see that. That's Jim Rohn. So how did we do that? Because number one, out of our 6 things, so we have a half dozen things to cover with you. Number one was we started from where we were, and you can start from where you are. You don't have to have everything perfectly put together. Okay, you can just start from where you are. So when we were brand new, you may not believe this, but we had no team, right? We had our sponsor, thank goodness, but we had no team. There was no nutrition club, no office, no challenges. Okay, there was no social media, no Facebook, no Instagram, certainly no TikTok. There were no customers. We had no circle of influence really in Los Angeles because we were brand new to that city. We're from Michigan. And I didn't really even have any confidence. So the thing is you don't have to have much to get going, but you know, there's the little things that we do have. I had a love for the products. If you were to ask Leslie or the people who came before us, their list is 2, 3, 4 times as long as ours. And may your people's list be shorter than yours. May it be easier for the people who come after you to have success in the business than it was for you. Okay, so in those early days, you know, of being shy, you know, painfully shy, not sure how to get going, I remember taking a handful of flyers to the Albertsons parking lot at Ocean Park and Lincoln Boulevard in Los Angeles, and I would hand out flyers on my lunch break, and I wouldn't let myself back in my car until all the flyers were out. So what I'm saying here is there's ways for you to work through what those challenges are. You just have to have that willingness, that desire to make those changes. And I think you would agree with that, right? We had a lot of desire, a lot of hunger.
You know, here's what I would say to you. It's like there's that big list of things that we didn't have, but then we had the list of things that we did have, right? Some of the basics. Okay, share with you, number one, just like Jill said, I think this is the foundation to what everything is built on, is desire. Maybe call it hunger, okay? Let's just call it a desire for a better life, okay? That's the starting point. I love that section at the end of yesterday when Amber and Jason covered the goal session, and they got you really clear on what do you want, okay? So number one I would say is get really clear about the vision for your life. And then it must be backed up with desire. And I know for a fact that that was something that we had plenty of. Okay, when I talk about desire, right, the way I would describe it is, I call it a sickening internal desire for more out of life. Okay, I wanted it bad. Okay, when you know you've got it, when it wakes you up in the morning, and it's the first thing you think about. Right? You know it wakes you up in the middle of the night and you're thinking about it. You know when anything you're doing, you're thinking, what do I want? What do I want? I got to get this. I got to get this. So it's that clear vision of what you want backed up with that internal or sickening internal desire. Okay. Number two is what I'd call a willingness. It's not enough just to want it. There's a whole lot of people out there that they want it. Yeah, I want it. I want to live a big life. I want to do these things. But they're not willing to do what it takes, okay? So you have to have a willingness, okay? Are you willing to do what it takes no matter what? Are you willing to play the long game? These stories that you hear all through the weekend, they didn't happen overnight. They did a ton of work, okay? Ton of effort, ton of growth, ton of customers, okay? So are you willing, okay, another way to look at this, are you willing to grow as a person? Are you willing to clear out some of the junk that's holding you back? We had things in our life that we were doing. I was playing beach volleyball professionally, semi-professionally. It was a thing that I loved to do on the weekend. I had to make a decision. I'm not going to do that anymore because that's not going to get me the things in life I want.
I remember that volleyball chat. We had a serious volleyball chat.
We had a serious volleyball chat, okay? There were things, though, that we had to give up. Yes. Maybe it was the weekend trips and the weekend drives because we were willing to do what it takes in the short term, right? In the immediate, so that we could have the future that we wanted, okay? Third thing that I would say to you is the work, okay? So desire, willingness, and then the work. Are you willing to do the work? Now, here's what I'm going to say to you, okay? I'm going to make Herbalife real basic right now, okay? I'm going to explain the work that we do in Herbalife, still to this day. Here's how I understand Herbalife, okay? Number one, we commit to get in the best shape of our life, okay? Whatever that means for you, just be on your journey, okay? Number two, get other people in the best shape of their life. That means go get new customers. Okay, number three, introduce people to the business. New frontline distributors every single month. Okay, number four, go to the trainings. Go to all the trainings. Still to this day, I say that was one of the most important pieces, foundational elements of our business is we went to the events. We took people to the events. We qualified for all the promotions inside of the events. You don't just show up and go, well, give me some information. No, like you show up full force. You show up with your energy and your attitude and your new customers and your volume points and your downline and you know what I'm saying? Your new people looking at it. So you got to play full force. Okay. And then the final piece is you just do that over and over and over again. Okay. So, you know, I say that is the basic work of Herbalife, whether you're doing a nutrition club or you're doing social media or you're doing fit clubs or whatever method that you're doing. Okay. So turn it back to you. Okay?
Awesome. So just to recap so far. So the first one, that was fantastic, by the way. First one was, you don't have to have everything figured out yet. Okay. Just start from where you are. Second thing is focus on what you do have. You do have things inside you, resources that are unique to you. Okay. So focus on that. Number three is one of the things that I think is most important. And you'll hear, if you're listening to Jim Rohn, he'll say, stand guard at the door of your mind. Okay, so number three is to do battle with the enemies of your mind. Okay, so, and what are those big enemies? You're probably like, Jill, what are you talking about? What is this mindset thing? Or what are these enemies that can creep in? I feel so charged up right now. I feel so focused right now, which is fantastic. But I do think it's really important to have some strategy to know like, okay, what are the things I should look out for as I'm either beginning my Herbalife journey or I'm taking it to the next level in the next pin. So number one is limiting beliefs. At any phase of our business, those things can creep in if we're not being careful about our mindset, okay? So let me give you an example. So in the beginning of our business, for instance, we came out of that training. I was so excited. I felt like Mark and I found what we were meant to do. We're driving to the airport to drop off the rental car. And I remember thinking of Andrew and Mark, like, oh no, these two both have done sales. I've never done sales before. So there was that little limiting belief coming in. And then I thought, oh my goodness, Mark is so outgoing, Andrew's so outgoing, I'm so shy. Another limiting belief comes in, right? So there's some examples, and it's like you're gonna be faced at the crossroads with the choice of, am I gonna listen to that? Or am I going to do the work, the inner and outer work to move beyond it? Okay, next one to watch out for is watching. I'll never forget, Mark and I were finishing President's Team. We're having a big old party in our office at that time. We didn't even have a nutrition club yet, but we had a gathering, right, where we did our weight loss challenges. The team was there. And I remember a team member saying to me, we have so much momentum. And I remember turning to her. I said, how many people do you have here? She said, I don't have any. I said, then we don't have momentum. There are two types of people. Right now, there's a wave in North America, no doubt about it, but there's two types of people. You're either watching or you're working. Okay, imagine you're at the beach. Okay, there's the people that are on the shore watching the surfers. Who's doing all the work? The surfers. They're the ones with the board in the water, paddling like crazy to catch the North America waves. So you gotta be really clear, like, how do I know if I'm watching or working, Jill? You look at your numbers. Alan and Fabi said it's so perfect today, 10K. Yes. Okay, that is the number we focused on. First line, new supervisors every single month. And again, I'm just speaking to the people that want to build a royalty. If you want health results here, great. If you want a handful of customers, awesome. We love you. Okay, I'm just speaking clear with the folks that say, hey, I want to move up the marketing plan and I really want to reach that tabulator team. Okay, so listen, watching is something to watch out for. Waiting, procrastination, something to watch out for. The other one I do want to mention where you might be in some of this, and it can come up again, you might not even expect it, but comparison. Theodore Roosevelt says comparison is the thief of joy. Why is that? Because it drains us of your personal power. It drains us of personal power when we compare and we wish we were someone else. We wish we were in a different place in your life. Listen, the most important thing you have right now is the present moment. Take that deep breath if you need to. Right where you are is right where you should be. Like Jill Addy 15 years ago had to go do those flyers out there in the parking lot. I had to get that limiting belief of shyness outside of myself. I had to go. I had to work. I had to do the interpersonal development work. So the comparison thing is something to look at. You're right where you should be. Why do I know that? Because you're there. Okay? And if any of these stories can be anything for you, it can be inspiration that it's possible. Okay, so never forget how unique you are. I don't believe we can be Herbalife without you. I don't believe we can be the company we're meant to be without you. So how do we attack these enemies? Personal development every single day. One thing, if it works for you, it works for me. First thing in the morning, you have Jim Rohn in your ear, Mark Hughes in your ear. And the other thing I can recommend is action. Action helps you work through confidence issues. Action helps you work through doubt. Action helps you work through comparison. You're gonna feel better the moment you get that next customer, that next team member started on their goals. Number 4, Mark?
So good, you guys. You know, I love what you're saying with the action piece, because no matter what, it's like automatically will solve things. Now, here's what I would say, and this is the next point, is you wanna back the action up. It's like you wanna have intelligent action, which comes from having a structure. Or like you heard through the weekend, I think it was Stephen Crawford and Seven, and they talked about the flow, okay? That was such an amazing section because they mapped out a consistent way that they work every single day, okay? And so that flow, right? The example that they gave, they were talking about inviting to, I believe it was a challenge, and then from you're invited to a challenge, then there's a presentation for the products, and then there's a follow-up process. And then there's an exposure potentially to the business opportunity. And then there's a first steps training. And then there's a supervisor training, and on and on and on. But having that consistent structure, okay, one thing that we found in our business was oftentimes we left a training and we were really excited before we dialed in, excuse me, our structure. And we would spend a little time working over here on customers and a little time over here working on distributors, and it was not very coordinated. So what we would recommend, right, is plug into the structures that exist. Okay, there's a corporate structure that exists, right here. This is part of a structure, this extravaganza. Before we had the extravaganza, we have the LDWs. Then inside of many of our regions, we have the STS events. Right? So that is an example of a basic training structure that you can plug into. Now, most, you know, I'm assuming many of you guys have teams and team calls and team chats and maybe team challenges. Those are things that you want to plug into. And if you don't have those things, then plug into the corporate stuff. Okay? But here's the deal. You have to make sure your structure's working. Okay, so many times we think, oh, I'm working so hard, like I'm plugged in. I go to the call, I get on all the calls, and I'm in all the chats. And here's how you know it's working. It's called results, okay? Business results. It'll show up as new customers. That's an indication that your your flow is working. New distributors every single month. That's an indication that your flow is working. Okay, you'll see it in the volume. Okay, so these are crucial things, right? You're going to want to have new supervisors. That's an indication that your structure is working. You're training people how to get on the products, how to get customers, how to sponsor some distributors, and how to move up the marketing plan. Okay, so you have to make sure that the results are showing up from your structure.
And it takes like a bit of honesty, right, Mark? Like
Right.
to reflect and really look at like, okay, am I getting the results I intend to get? And if not, what adjustments do I need to make?
I love it. You know, at the end of the day, the numbers have to be there. Okay. So listen, the last point that we have here is, you know, as we close out the day, and I'm just going to say this.
Not yet, because we're going to reveal 2021 extravaganza, so do not go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere
Don't go
at
away.
this point. Okay. But here's what I'm going to say. I think this is a crucial piece to our success and to everybody on the line. If you want to be successful, okay, is you have to have a vision for your life. Okay. You have to have a vision for your life. You got to have a dream. You got to have goals, things that you're going for. Okay. And all I'm going to say to you is this, listen, for me, before, you know, we set up the day here, I remember we had a planning call and they said, you know, what's your intention for this? And for me, it was gratitude. Okay. And I have a simple formula for gratitude that just seems to work for me. I'm sure it's not the only formula, but it's one I go back to at all times. And I'll share it with you real simple here. Okay. So my simple formula for how to get into a place of gratitude is never forget where you came from. Okay? Never forget where you came from. Think about your life 24 hours before you found Herbalife. If you think about where were you at? What were you doing before somebody introduced you to Herbalife? What were you doing? What kind of options did you have in your life? Right? When I go back to that place, I'm instantly reminded how grateful I am for Herbalife. When I go back to that place, I'm totally humbled. When I go back to that place, I remember that not everyone will find Herbalife, which is very interesting to me. I remember when my sponsor said that to me, he said, for some reason, you're here in the room. Some reason, you know, I say this to all of you guys, somehow, in some way, you found Herbalife. And I'll never forget the conversation with my sponsor saying to me, he said to me, Mark, you can relax. You found what you're looking for. And to me that day, it was like the clouds parted. I realized that I could just relax into the work, commit to doing the journey, doing the work, doing what I needed to do because I had found it. And so, you know, I say that to you guys. I don't think just, you know, Jill, you said it perfectly. I don't think it's an accident that you are one of the 70,000 plus people that have plugged into this. Okay. I will say this to you. If I could wish anything for you is just, you know, I wish and hope that every single one of you have the opportunity for satisfaction. Okay. And when I say satisfaction, it's a special kind of satisfaction. I wish for you to have the satisfaction of having gone for it in life. Because that's one of the crazy things about this company is we have an opportunity to just go for it. We have an opportunity to play full out. We have an opportunity to make a difference in people's lives. We have an opportunity to build a life that, you know, that we dream about. We have an opportunity to go out there and work hard and make a difference in the world. And I'm telling you, the satisfaction at the end of the day, knowing that you went for it, trust me, is worth it. And so if I could just leave you with anything, is just go for it. Play full out, have fun, meet amazing people, make a difference in the world, and just go for it. So.
Perfect. Okay, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
She's not done yet.
Okay, so this moment is coming where we're going to be releasing the location for the 2021 extravaganza. It's coming. So I know my heart's starting to beat pretty fast. I'm sure yours is as well. Before we get into the big reveal of where are we going in 2021, I mean, imagine it. We're in the same room together. Maybe you've changed pens. Maybe you have a team there and you didn't have a team at this one. It's so exciting to look forward to. But before we do, we really want to give a moment of thanks and appreciation to some groups of people. So first, to our speakers, you did so amazing. Every single one of you who spoke this weekend, I learned so much from you. So thank you for giving time from your families, your businesses, to pour into the hearts and minds of all of the people that are on this line. Thank you to the Founders Circle and Chairmans. I mean, how many chairmans did we get to hear from? It was amazing. And to Founders Circle, I mean, to hear from Susan, to hear from Leslie and their wisdom from all of the years of Herbalife. I'm so grateful. I thank God for you. And to the company, the corporate executives and the staff who work so tirelessly. I'm pretty sure they don't sleep at all. They love Herbalife as much as you and I do. And so I know you share this moment with me in thanking our incredible company for all that you give, for all of the time away from your families and all of the early mornings and late nights. Last but not least, and we have some photos here, if we could bring up those photos, of the Extravaganza 2020 committee, okay? The committee members who gave of themselves for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. Okay, so these folks, so everyone's clear, hours, multiple times a week, hours. So they were giving of themselves away from their own businesses to make sure your business could be strong, so that we could have this incredible, amazing, one time in history virtual extravaganza like we've had. So thank you so much. All right. Okay, the moment's here. Don't play the video yet, because I want to make sure we're clear about the mindset of extravaganza, because the moment I reveal this, something happens and the clock starts. Okay, so for any of you athletes out there, maybe you raced track and you know exactly what it's like to be in the blocks and the gun goes off and your heart's pounding and out you go. Okay, or maybe you were like JJ and you were in football and you took the field. Or you were like me in marching band and you took the field. We got nervous too, okay? So whatever it might be, maybe it was school for you or something else, but find that place where you know what that feels like, where you were nervous, you were about to give a speech, whatever it might be, because this is that moment. This is where our Herbalife New Year begins. Whatever you accomplished this year, if it was amazing, fantastic. You get a new page in your notes now. You get a new chapter, a new goal you can set, as Amber and Jason shared with us yesterday. So this is the moment, the big reveal. Play that video. Where are we going in 2021? Okay, Indianapolis, here we go, Indianapolis, here we go. We cannot, do you think they'll let me ride in one of those cars?
No.
Okay, well, it's one can wish. Okay, so last messages. These are my last three for you. Number one, stay. Be with us in Indy. Put in your notes, how many team members are you gonna get to the training? We all have to get trained. We can, every single extravaganza is new information, new speakers, new skills that we gain from being there in extravaganza. Mark's still thinking about me in that car. Okay, so stay with us, don't give up. Number two, find the people that won't let you quit. Okay, so what I didn't tell you about the flyer story is that I came home one day and it was a really, really tough day, and I came to Mark knowing that I was gonna give up, and I had to come up with this speech to tell him about how I was gonna give up on Herbalife. And so I sat down with him. I said, you wouldn't believe it was raining out there. I was out there for hours doing invites. Everyone said no. People took my flyer and threw it on the ground. And I gave my best sob story. I mean, if only I was like working to sell the products as hard as I was sobbing, you know? And he turned to me. He does one of these, for those of you that know Mark. He goes, And he said, thank you for sharing, but I don't accept your resignation letter. What? I'm like, I'm your wife. And in the moment, I was a little like, Mark. But then in the next moment, I was like, thank you for not letting me quit. I can't imagine having not built this with you and done this journey together. And the other person who never let me quit was Andrew, my sponsor. He gave me some tough love. He was like a big brother, but he never let me quit. And I'm asking you to find those people who won't let you quit, because there are tough days. It's a lot of work, and we all have our moments. So scan that room if you're with people, or maybe you text someone, or you send out that message, you jump in your chats. Find those people who won't let you quit when you're weak. Never make a permanent decision from a temporary feeling. Okay, and the last thing I have for you is believe. Okay, so my dad is one of my heroes. My mom and dad are my heroes, and my dad was a very quiet guy, worked very hard, so I didn't see him a lot around his work schedule, but he never missed milestones. So he taught me as a parent, never miss the milestones. And, you know, before a race, I would, you know, be looking for him when I was running track or marching band when I was about to take the field. I would look for him in the stands, and he would actually not be in the stands, but actually right by the edge of the track. And I would find him, and I'd look at him, and I knew what he was going to say. And this is what I'm going to say to you, because he believed in me, okay? And he would say these words to me, and I believe in you. And I'm going to say these words to you. He would say, Jill, go soar with the eagles. Go be great. We want nothing more for each and every one of you to go live your life full. Have a blast on the journey of Herbalife. You will go through a lot. You'll have your great moments and your tough ones, but stay, okay? Find those people who won't let you quit, and believe. We love you. We're going to turn things to our founder, Mark Hughes.
I call you, I need you, my heart's on fire. You come to me wild and wild. You come to me, give me everything I need. Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. Speak the language of love like you know what it means. It can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met. I'm stuck on your heart. Tears apart. Baby, I would rather be dead. In your heart, since the start of every night and every day. In your eyes, I get lost, I get washed away. Just as long as I'm here in your arms, I could be in no better place. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I ever met.
Good night, everybody.